Well, thank you so much again for joining us. You're watching Smart 24 TV, and we're still talking and speaking about implementation of the parish development model, which is also aiming at improving productivity. If you could explain to us at least how best we can achieve agricultural production and improved productivity around that area with the implementation of the parish development.
We still have a very big challenge as a country, because over the years I have looked at this is the third, three investment plans for agriculture in Uganda. It started as a development strategy and investment plan, then we went to agricultural sector strategic plan, and now we're having another agriculture sector strategic plan. And all of them, their objective number one is increasing production and productivity. In programming, if you keep saying that is what you're going to do, and you repeat it in the next phase and you repeat it in the next phase, you are either confusing somebody or you didn't do any piece of work. It's a very big challenge because we are producing at less capacity. I was in Mbale last week, and there are still farmers that are only getting 1 bag of rice in a whole acre of rice. We are producing less bags of coffee in an acre of coffee compared to Vietnam, who we are competing with. You know, our productivity generally, from labor to agriculture, agricultural productivity is very low. To the viewer, productivity is easily understood in how much are you getting from a unit of investment. Let's say in an acre of land, how many bags of rice, how many bags of coffee, how many bags of maize you're getting. The parish development model, if it is going to address the productivity issues, we need to address the productivity challenges. Productivity challenge number one is the Malaga production. You know, people, Malaga production, there are so many people. Malaga production. There are so many people this morning who woke up and held their hose and went to the garden. It's a daily routine. It's a daily routine. That's Malaga digging.
I think that's what we've been used to ever since, you know, when you go to the villages, the first thing you have in the mind is that early in the morning, 6 a.m.
You hold the hoe and go just farm.
Without a plan that
without a plan, but also
on the way.
Yeah, but we also without proper technical support. So the role of agricultural extension workers is becoming of paramount importance than ever before. Remember, our single talent has to be multiplied. We are not set to lose that single talent, that single shilling that we are going to get from the 16 million that is going to be given to us. Therefore, we have to invest it wisely. And we also have to manage it technically to make sure it doesn't die, but gives us results. We are still struggling as a country, much as we took a decision to revamp the agricultural extension system. But the agricultural extension workers have remained very few to reach out. Some parishes have never seen one. So we are here telling government that as the money goes, we ought to have actually sent agricultural extension workers earlier than that before. Two, we need to address the issues of seasonal production. We plan our production. We all know, those of us that are coming from the agrarian societies, there is that part of the farm that you never harvested. There is that part of the farm that gets stunted, especially the parts of the farms that you open up towards the end of the season that do not receive enough rain. We are not going to be able continuing production depending on the mercy of God when he also has to go to Cameroon and Asia and where. So we have to work on the issues of water for agricultural production. We have to work on the issues of pests, disease, and vector control. We do not want to have an excuse that the Nzige came here, the locusts, and had a feast on our crops, all of the amephol worm, all the foot and mouth disease.
Okay. At least we have gotten an idea really about that. Maybe my colleague can take you through the
Now let's look at the situation. Government has government invited you on board as the private sector and the civil society organizations for better planning to do with this particular matter?
I think there is a lot of tension in the labor world to deliver this bill.
A lot of parables, a lot of new words.
I'm learning you're using a lot of parables here, but we're getting there.
There is a lot that is going on in the labor world to have this baby parish development model be delivered. But for us from the civil society, at least from where I'm coming from, we don't need to be invited. If you don't invite us, we invite ourselves. And so we have appointed ourselves.
That you need to take part in this.
And we are taking part, and we are moving forward. We have already had meetings with the Secretariat, with some people, even at the earlier stage when they were still, conceiving this baby. We have tried to push ourselves there.
So now the statement
I'm not going to complain.
The statement I've got here is, you are not invited. Because I wanted to know, did the government actually think of the civil society?
I believe they do. I believe they do.
Formally or informally?
I think they do, because the policy requires them to include the civil society. But we have all worked on bearing a program, whether an event or that. Sometimes you forget to invite your own wife or girlfriend. And he's there waiting for you to say, we are going for this event together, because you're very busy. So for us as Ugandans, by the way, I'm here to tell you that you have a constitutional right to participate in government programming of whatever source. Perhaps if it is not security, whatever. You have a duty. So please don't sit there and now you waste time to say, oh, you see, they didn't even invite us. Oh, don't.
Take charge.
Take charge. Invite yourself. Go to the parish. Say, we know this is coming. If you're working at the countryside, go to the parish. Demand. You're not going to be arrested for that. You wait to be invited. I'm worried you may never be invited, because there is so much work that is going on. And I'm even appealing to the media.
Okay.
Please, thank you for picking interest in this. But I also still believe that there is still a very big role that you need to do. Engage the Secretariat and say, as the media, this is how we want this thing to work. And we are here to
Let's look at this issue here, whereby most people feel the parish development model implementation came in a bit late, because it was implemented at the start of the financial year, and we are only left with a few months for this particular financial year to end. Do you believe it
we are lucky?
We are even lucky.
Came late?
No, we are even lucky that it is. There is. I was in Eastern Uganda, and I saw the Prime Minister with a whole chain of ministers running around to set stage for the parish development model to be born. So we are lucky. There are so many things government has committed to do in the financial year, and the budgets allocated to them,
and
they never see the light of the day.
Okay.
So true, it is late, but at least we should make sure that we don't allow this money to go back to the consolidated fund, because that is what happens
once it is not
once it is not used in the financial year. It goes into the consolidated fund, where our monitoring and tracking and allocation is limited to know who is touching into the consolidated fund. Actually, we should mount a lot of pressure that it is born.
At least we look forward to that, Sonko, with even the president going to launch it towards this week, officially launching it. But before we even get there, someone wants to know who is watching, how do I be part? What do you think is the rate criteria? Okay. District has released the funds to the parish. How do I get there? We go back to the village, to the sub-county.
Yes.
As a farmer, I'm a farmer now. I have heard on radio there is the fund. How do I react to that? When? Is it going to be intangible? I'm going to touch it, implement it. Please help us.
One thing I told you, that for you tight mark the person who is representing you on the parish development committee, tight mark that person. But also the parish chief. This is what we have been appealing. Previously, the parish chief was within the community. We even had Mayumba Kumi. So it was within the community. The unfortunate bit is that they are going to recruit this brother of mine as a parish chief in a certain village in Masaka. That is because of the qualifications and all of that. And is not in close touch with the what? With the community. Don't be chaotic. But by then we also know that many parishes do not even have a headquarters. They show you a tree, a big tree, that is the Chitaulozi. Many of them do not even have a center. But at the community level, we have leadership. We have our LCs that we gladly chose that time. Let us organize ourselves around our LC leadership to see who is going to represent us. Because when we go as a body, you're much stronger than when you go as a person. Let us have our conversations in our smaller units, but don't be chaotic. Don't go to fight. Don't go to fight. No. Go very organized, knowing how you want to invest and the supportive capacity you need to be given on top of the money to invest wisely. And it is better if it is done in a group. Don't say a lady appeared on tele and told us that we should tight mark the parish chief. So I tight marked him. So for him, it starts kubategerera. He's not supposed to kubategerera. He's not supposed to think for you and to be the wise man in the village. He's only a contact.
There's a very huge concern though. Imagine a parish that has over 50 people, not 50, over 50,000 people receiving 17 million. Now I'm looking at this. We've been having challenges trying to actually disseminate this information to people that parish development model is going to help everyone, it's going to help individuals. Now, some of the questions people are asking is the government going to come knocking on my door giving me this particular amount of money?
No.
I want that clarity.
No. And you see, you people, some of these things we learn in church. Those of us, I know they might be happening in Quran. Even that guy who gave people money to invest did not give it equally.
He gave a certain portion.
1, 2, and 3. Remember, one was given 1 talent, another 2 talents. He didn't give them the similar talent.
Okay.
One mistake we do is trying to distribute this amount of money equally. That, okay, now if it is 17 million and in the village there are so many people, divide by 17 million, everyone is going to get 300,000. It is good analysis, but
fair.
It is negative energy.
Why?
It is negative energy. I have told you that we have to be tactful like a serpent and humble like a dove.
Okay.
That is how business works.
You look at
from what you're saying, as if there is a tactic way that I, as a farmer, need to play to be a part of.
And that is about being organized, being focused with what you want to do and who you want to do it with.
Okay,
you must have a formidable force.
I get it.
You know, somebody is not going to go there and ask for money to grow beans and you're looking for dodo, another wants local chicken and what and what. That's kavuyo. Okay. Let us organize ourselves and say this is how we want to. And people are already organized. And I pray that this money doesn't disorganize them instead. We know that in the villages, the coffee farmers in the village are organized in, the hot pepper farmers in the village are organized in a certain way. Let us also not fall into trap of making sure that that money is equally distributed among all of us and it gets to disappear. Even if I believe in doing business, starting business without money, but also you giving you 300 shillings to start business, and I'm going to come and I'm just exporting the confusion. Okay? So we should get organized. And I pray to government that I know we are going to make a lot of mistakes. Please, let us not treat the parish development model like other models we have implemented as government. The moment we make mistakes, we run away from it, we abandon it, and then we jump on something new. This has been the concern. We made mistakes with the Ntandikwa. We weren't ready to address the mistakes and allow the initiative to grow. We ran to NADS. We made mistakes with the NADS, we ran to Emyoga. We have made mistakes, we are not ready to address them.
We normally don't follow up on these.
We have run
mistakes.
to the parish development. Let us look forward how it will fare now.
We need to allow these mistakes to happen. And I'm here to tell people I'm not a prophet of doom. I'm here as a positive person to tell you any initiative, we have all started initiatives, they make problems. I mean, they meet challenges and we make mistakes.
Okay.
So those mistakes should not be the reason to follow forever. Okay. The Bible I read says, so falling is not the problem, but
it should rather give us a learning experience.
Yes.
And which drives me to the expectations as the president heads to the launch for this week. What are you expecting? That is the last one from me, then Sonko will come in and we close.
My expectation is exactly that what I have been talking about. My president on several occasions has been mocked.
Mocked on that.
He has been invited to launch things and they are closed the next day.
Okay.
And in the agriculture sector, we have experiences. He launched a fertilizer factory in Tororo. We have never seen a grain of fertilizer. He was taken, he launched an abattoir on Bombo Road. We have never seen a piece of meat from that abattoir. He has been invited to launch so many things. And I'm praying, Mr. President, this is not among the so many things that you have launched and they are closed behind you as you leave. Stick to this thing, commit to see it work. Be ready to make mistakes and don't condemn the mistakes. Learn from them and we build on them. Let the money for the parish development model not be a new redistribution of corruption.
Indeed.
That even the lower levels have been given a chance to eat core. Let it not be treated like that. Let us have a business mind. Let us be focused. The successful business chaps made so many mistakes. They only tell us their success stories. They never tell us their failure stories. So let every Ugandan be committed to this, that one single talent you get, you make it produce another talent.
And definitely when you look at that, I do believe all the Ugandans should as well take serious note of the same issue here. We need to understand. She did mention of the word tactfully.
Like so a serpent.
When you're tactful,
those who will be left behind are not going to tap.
You need to be very tactful. And people in Buiku are very tactful. A lot of Sonkos in there. So.
There are a lot of Sonkos. But we are also committed, some of us, to go and try to address the gaps, like the capacity gaps, preparing the communities, supporting the communities, supporting the parish leadership, the local government leadership, to make sure they do the right thing. And I invite everybody in your own capacity, commit to that.
Okay, does that mean that the parish development model throws a signal that actually government does not trust its officials from the above? What do you have to say about that?
It is not only happening now, and I wish not to be taken in the drone for that, because the president has said it over and over again. I have Kawukumini policy, I have what? Now he has been in the public saying that, and he has a lot of mistrust, and especially in us, with the Rizungu speakers, the elites, the professionals. The president is no longer having trust in us, and we need to want to win that trust. Again, he has decided to work with those people that we have been underlooking, and again we condemn him than condemning ourselves. So we need to up our game. We need to up our game, but he has lost trust ideally in everybody, and we don't wish him to lose trust in himself.
Okay, then let us trust the parish development model that it will this time maybe give guidelines on who really is working on what, because it will again be reflected at the district level, at the local level, at the village, and at the sub-county. Sonko, how do you conclude on this one?
Well, first of all, I would say I love the choice of words that have been used in this discussion. Very many. I've seen parables, I've seen scriptures being revealed, and all of that. But like we definitely say here, mornings on Smart 24 TV are definitely good to go like this. And for all of you that have been getting this conversation, it has been very vital and important for you to understand what is happening with the parish development model. And you can definitely get this interview on YouTube. If at all you missed anything, like I said, the choice of words, the tacticals, and all the Bible scriptures that you might have missed, you can as well catch them up on the YouTube channel Smart24 TV. You can as well download the Smart24 TV rather, you can as well watch us on the Your TV channel app by downloading it freely on MTN. Well, for me, you can follow me on my social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, Joram Paul Sonko. And I guess this has been a very interesting discussion regarding the parish development model.
Thank you so much. Ma'am Agnes, what do you have to conclude with just within a second?
This is our opportunity to directly tap into the national coffers to change our lives. It is either now or never. So please be out on the watch and let us, all of us, unite to support this thing. For the first time, let us do something successful in Uganda. For the first time, maybe in our regime or in our generation, let us all do whatever we can do within our own capacities to have this baby celebrate several birthdays.
Okay, thank you so much, and surely we're here to support that newly born new baby. I'm Rita Cabanyoro at Rita Cabanyoro on social media platforms. In case you like my look today, you want to be a part of this, you can always get this at Galilaya Plaza, level 7, room 511. Hafi will be there, and Mulongo Portable to give you that look around there. Sonko, what is wrong? Baby
No,
mom.
every time I listen to Mulongo Portable, so I'm trying to picture how portable.
Thank you so much for being part of the show. Tomorrow is another day, and then we will be expecting a lot towards the driving business together. This is Smart24 TV. Coming up shortly is financial markets.